Let's go. What's up, guys? Y'all ready? Time to crush it today. I got a good feeling about today's market. Super good feeling. What's up, guys? Good morning. All right. All right. Welcome. A quickie old GME monthly map to see what's going on here today because we have earnings for the GameStop. Let's see. Get my cheat sheet out here. What's up, guys? Good morning. Get on here. Hit that like button. Zoom. Head over to YouTube real quick. You guys know the drill. Yoink, yoink, yoink. Wait, 5 minutes till market opens. Let me do this really quick. This little picture here. This could be a squeeze. It's positioned that way. Well, good luck to people. It's the first time I've seen it that way in a while in GameStop. So, earnings today, might as well make some posts about that. What's up? What's up? What's up? Ooh, all right. What's up, guys? You know the drill. Y'all smash that like button. Check AMC? Yeah. As well. For some reason, we're not getting a monthly map on AMC. And it's just because the it's penny stock at this point. It's not getting enough. It's not passing the integrity check on the data, so we're not getting anything for it. Any guy? Morning, good morning, good morning. We gotta get ready. 2 minutes till futures market opens. Let's take a look at the free market here. Just quickly. Oops. All right, let's take a look at this. Do that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Oops. Let me log into my. I always forget to do this. All right. Welcome, guys. All right. Layout. We're good. Okay, so we had last night. I was looking for a monthly hedge pressure for a tap. Didn't get anything, so I didn't put any longs in here. But right here, I'm looking for market to dip before I can buy. We're back above the 68. That yellow line on my screen. That's kind of one of the key points. S&P and Nasdaq. I was looking for that 60.43 S&P as a balance point. What's up? Good morning. Zoom. Don't forget to head over to the YouTube. Say hi. Leave it on. Leave a comment. Just looking for these liquidity maps here. We are gapping up a little bit with resilience. We're going to get that guy going here. Probably positive. So looking decent to support the gap. Here's SPY up here. This calculation come in. What's up, guys? Good morning. Good morning. Master Rich, Diego, Eva, Chris, Simon, Ian, Gideon, Logan, TRS, Jessica, Violent, JFK, Spawn, Popoff, Rich, Cedric, Ronnie Icewell, Edward, Simon Dean, Abraham, Shane, what's up? What's up? Ooh, wait a second. Wait a second. Don't tell me we got hedge break out the door on a positive resilience. This is interesting. Okay. To get that in the first minute or two is a very interesting setup. Okay, first, so for QQQ, easy setup for the liquidity map today. I'm going to long at bull zone bottom, right back up to there. I'm going to analyze if this is greater than 0. Pop this back up to fill on the BLU. This is the 1B setup. Res less than 0x out right here. Cool. Should I take a stab at it first, though, right here at half gap? Rise is positive. Let's kind of look at S&P really quick. And S&P is getting a hedge break. We're trying to attempt to break hedge. So S&P is kind of like the similar boat here. ESD setup is from bull zone to the halfway point. You can see right here on the side. So I'm going to let this do is dip. I'm going to grab some longs right here and pop it right to there. I'm going to hit it pretty medium side. This is pretty confident. Nvidia spicy. Let's take a look at it. Ooh. Get that. Every single trade, bear zone, bull zone, liquidity trade there. Get the next leg down on SPY. I'll tap it. So about 8 points lower on S&P from here. 58, give or take. Let it pull back. Hedge break is a little irrational. We're out the door. The light is red. So we're going to let this pull back just a little bit more so I can get that target I want to get. Question is, do I just want to take a long from here at half gap? Resiliences are positive, which is showing that the gap is strong. The S&P pushing down to here. That is a pretty good setup. Bull zone is always a really strong setup. Cool. We might get a candy trade today, which I love. S&P and Nasdaq look exactly the same. Nasdaq is slightly stronger. The resilience is 31 versus 7. Look at the white numbers at the bottom of the screen. So Nasdaq is the stronger of the two. Also has a 235 support right there as well. So we're going to let the market pull back just a little bit. And I'm going to grab the dip at the zones. Let's watch the EP pull back. Oh, wait. Did we get it? Are we there? We're almost there. Let's get it. We get in too early. Good morning. What's up, Jason? Morning. It's a quick and dirty. VIX is in a bearish liquidity map, which is good. Good for a bounce. Come on, hit that bull zone. Be patient. I'm gonna wait. Wait for it. Ooh. All right. Gotta pump up for this one. Gotta stretch. Second leg down on Nasdaq right here. Trying to. There's a half gap bump back up to open. Res is strong enough to support a half gap. Now I'm being picky, but see that S&P drop. Keep dropping. Not long and out the door. Too smart for that. So right now I'm looking for about 4 points, give or take lower, about 60, 58, 57, somewhere like that. A little bit closer there. One more red. Come on. Come on. A little bit lower. Little bit lower. We start every day at 9:15 in the morning, man. You guys know the drill. I'm not gonna do this too early. Still gotta fall. You're right about this 58 level. 5 points away from here, so right about 58. Looking for this to pull right about to there. I'm going to trade this right back up to about here. That's basically all I can see. This resilience number is looking pretty good. Actually am liking this trade. I don't hate it. I'm going to press just a little bit lower. I'm going to be patient on this one. A little more red. A little more red. So I'm looking for right at about 60, 58. It is starting to consolidate there on low volume, improving resilience. So I'm like, I don't want to be too picky to miss this one, but it's a pretty good one. But this is basically about where that BSU pulls right back into. So one of the things that I want to be careful on is that the setup here from here to the halfway point is always a trade. This is the middle, so it's a scalp. There's not a lot of room for me. I'm not trying to guess on direction here. I'm going to bet that we bounce here, that we return here, and we play here a couple times, and then get back above hedge. Hedge break to the downside is a caution. Vito wants to go. Yeah. Still waiting. You guys know bull zone is at 604. Come on, baby. One little dip. Little dip. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. It's exciting times, man. This is one of the first time in a long time we've seen short squeeze set up in GameStop. This was surprising to me. So leading into earnings, people are prepped for that. I think they'll get some good news coming out. I think that I just have a feeling. Negative res, yeah. So this is going to be problematic today. Yeah. A little bit more red, and I'll tap it. Nasdaq is trying to break. Nvidia is looking pretty solid today. AMD is not. Nvidia breaking a bull zone is going to give us some power. So Apple's doing something similar. Nope. Microsoft bouncing between hedges. Interesting. Beck is strong. Strong like ox. There's that second wave of red. One more. I'm going to hit it. One more. A little bit more. A little bit more. Come on, S&P. Tap the bull zone. Let's go. I know. I'm waiting for it. It's not giving me the drop that I want. I don't want to miss out on it either. Problem is that with negative resilience, there's not really a good place for it to go. Essentially, trade is basically here. Right about 58, the one I'm looking for. Right back up to there. So I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna long right back to the halfway point, hold a runner to 68 and call it. Why not take Q's relative strength? Because there's no entry point on Q. I need a pivot to trade off of. Not getting the setup I want. I'm not gonna chase this. You have divergence like this when the S&P is negative and Nasdaq is positive. Nasdaq's gonna move slightly higher, but S&P is gonna yank everything down at some point. So it's not looking that strong. SoFi is stuck in like a liquidity pocket with hedge pressure, so this is going to have a hard time moving today. These are downward pressures from these two lines right here. It's orange and blue. This FI is like kind of sitting pretty. If it breaks the velocity 16, it's a mover, right? These are called we call them atom bombs or hedge bombs. Essentially, what you get is you get the double power of the gamma squeeze when you have weeklies and monthlies both lining up. Nasdaq, I was waiting for Nasdaq to hit a pivot that made sense. Nasdaq just moved quicker because Nvidia is moving up, but the S&P is still looking a little gnarly. While it is trying to move, it's still not picking up momentum. So S&P is connecting with yesterday's close right here. S&P filled its gap, which is exactly what happened because resilience is negative. But I don't know. This is a telling number right here. I'm not going to chase so long. I was thinking about trying to get in on something right here, but I decided to chicken out on it. So on SPY, better setup. So the two setups today that I have, essential, and it just pivoted early, is that any velocity you get that pushes through blue, that's your oops. Any break from here, influence the DD band is one of the trades. Second trade is from here to here, the possible move to half cap. But this I didn't get that pivot, so I didn't get it. So I'm gonna wait to see if we get back on top of hedge. If I want to take it or not. As is back going to be close to zero. We're back at hedge pressure. All right, cool. I'll take the long with just 2. The confirmation break. Just something small. Looking good. Res is pulling close to being positive. That's good for a gap fill. I don't hate it. Let's get her going. Whenever I lock in your target, do I ever set limit orders to capture entry or always market order? Limit orders are just market moves too fast for limit orders in S&P and Nasdaq futures. For something illiquid like small cap stocks or penny stocks or something, you're gonna want to, or options, you're gonna put in limit orders. But when it comes to S&P futures, no time for that. Wait a minute. Get some movement here. Resilience is positive. That's good. We're looking for gap return to test the open here. Breaking hedge once and breaking hedge twice would be rare. I was looking for the better entry at 604 to pivot back to there. Trick is when this white line is greater than 0, we look for this to complete the move by filling the gap that way. This is great. Recovery day. Baby, I like it. Ooh, let's get that money. Let's get that money today. Let's do it. Check out Mara. All right. Hold on. Don't have a lot of data from Mara. It's got monthly gamma though off of the orange line right here, so that's pushing it higher. Let's see what old GME looks like this morning. Mean reversion, which is good. Hedge pressure 27.5 support. Any break the bull zone is good. It failed a break. and then returned and claimed it. So this is good. 28 leading into earnings today. That's great. Bull long up is a bullish setup. The open is support if you see right here. So that's good. Check NASDAQ and see where we're going here. It's looking clean. Clean. Good. S&P clean. You supported yellow line again. Good. This is good, man. I'm in for the long. Can't complain about this one. All right, good. Good. I like it. Let me clean this up here. Okay. The S&P yesterday. Yes. We have to fix our parser because the CME group changed their website. So we're gonna have to read the reason the DD table's not updating is because they changed their website. It broke our bot. So we have to fix that. But let's manually do this. 63 plus 40 is 6103. Fingers crossed on this one. We got to support. We got to get above here. Come on, get back up there. It's gonna be a really hard resistance to break, this guy right here. If we pop, it's just a runner. It's a runner, so that's good. I'm gonna keep my fingers crossed on this one. Double check monthly maps today. Problem is right here, we're in bear territory on the S&P. The bull side is strengthening, the bear side's weakening over time. What did I get him for? Just want to be in 2. Tap that button twice. That's back to the place I did want to trade on. I faked out on that one. Okay, so what I'm looking for is right here. Still. Report to there. This is still good, so I'm not worried about this at all. We're still gonna keep going. It's a tricky one. Break once and break twice is not common, but resilience is positive, so it wants to be here. It wants to be there. It's a tricky day. I trim my position a little bit just so I can get back in right here. Yeah, so I'm gonna take bull zone as my second. I just trim my position down a little bit. Yeah, the double head pressure break is alarming. You typically don't. So what happens? What the stats of this are? 80% of days are going to stay on the same side at the end of the day. It's about a 20% chance that it breaks. A second break is pretty scary. Yeah, that is a little alarming. But we're gonna be okay on this one. I'm still gonna watch it. Breaking from here to there to keep going is like the rarest of the rare. And I was waiting for this, but then of course I always take the bull zone break. I trimmed because it was I somehow accidentally hit 4. I might have hit the button twice. Two here, 2 more there, and then we're good. Close to that 58 target that I wanted to get, which is gonna be right about here. Not gonna sell off. It still looks good. We also hit that that 60-68 on the S&P is also really heavy resistance. This one right here. That's the one downside. So I might actually get my 58 target. So this is kind of a tricky day. I might take a loss. I might take a loss today. Res doesn't lie though. Yellow line is always a really strong resistance against both sides of it. So this is going to push down. Res is going to push up. Bull zone is going to push up. So this is that kind of like liquidity trap that I was waiting for that dip to get in on. And then I always take bull zone breaks, and I always take them because you have to because the run can be pretty big. And if it fails like this, just trim out and get a little risk off the table. I'm not gonna lie, this faked me out today. Yeah. It's not getting anywhere close to that bull zone today. Tricky day. This is definitely tough. Normally I take breaking hedge pressure twice is an alarm. It's a signal. It's caution for sure. It doesn't normally happen. If we reclaim it a third time, it doesn't break like 3 or 4 times. Breaking once is bad enough. Breaking twice is kind of alarming. So something must have pivoted pretty heavily. Is Nvid turn in? No, something in the NASDAQ. It's Microsoft, yeah. S&P ticked up on resilience. Let's look at this. 281 tickers. So of the pieces that we have, right? BSU has a move from here to the halfway point between here and there. This is BSU trade 1. A break of hedge pressure is a really strong run to DD band. That's why I took it. Resilience greater than 0. This wants to be here. Just trimmed. I didn't scare out of position. It's trimmed a little bit. So bull zone is where we want to enter at. I entered right here. Took a little bit of drawdown. I was waiting to enter again right there. And then now we're going back up. I think the dealers are adjusting for the high number of 605, 606 SPY, 0 DTE for the next move. Does look like a little top heavy. Well, there's a margin buffer limit exhaustion point right here on the S&P as well. It's a whole another technique, but just in case you want to know the level, 6068, and it's a futures thing. Exactly this yellow line that I drew. The margin buffer limit is a balance point on an illiquid move. There's the volume that goes with it. It's one of our classes that we teach. But yeah, there's a lot going on. I think you're right, Vic. Balancing for 605, 606. That yellow line is very strong resistance. Very strong. If it does break with any momentum today, it's going to be a runner. It's going to be, you know, probably be up close to 70. Can I put about 6103? If we break that yellow line today, oh baby, that's money. That's a money trade. If we break this, we'll be pretty decent. Now again, a lot of the stocks are in really weird setups. I don't expect it to fly, but if we do break it, it's there. The trade is there. I don't want to not be in on it. That's for damn sure. So fingers are crossed on this one. CPI's tomorrow in the morning. Yep, don't forget about that. What do you guys think? You think we're ripping? Think we're ripping? What do we got? I want to be a little wuss about this one. You claim hedge pressure and fill the gap. I don't hate it. I hate it. 605 is a pretty strong balance point today. The futures margin buffer limit being there from that last anchor point. The big move up. And then, of course, you got hedge pressure. You got weekly gamma balancing right here. These 0 DTEs are pretty big leading into CPI. That's basically what the thing is. So you get CPI in the morning. And I think the market yesterday was pre-pricing in some CPI selling. The question is what the FOMC is going to do at the next meeting, right? How aggressively are they going to cut rates in 25, if they're going to cut rates at all? I don't think they're going to aggressively cut rates, period. I don't think that they should do anything like that of the sort, but I think they're still going to press a bullish narrative. And all the things that Powell says. All my longs are taken off. That's good. Let's put some money in the bank. Let's go. The original trade I wanted to get. I got a little head fake on this one. Motherfucker hates me today. 6068 is a really strong resistance. It's a really, really, really hard fight right here. Breaking hedge pressure once and twice is rare. 3 times would be confusing as hell. Not normal. 80% of the days that open, 80% of days close same side open on that blue line. So we open above it. 80% of days will close above it. That's why I want to be long at the blue line, like I jumped in long here. Small position, so I can double down there. There is a press from the bull zone to this halfway point. This is from our liquidity map stuff. Just not picking up a lot of momentum though. Resilience is good though. 50 in Nasdaq, 13 S&P. It's good, not bad. Starting 6082. And 6068 is brutal. I'll hate it. There's a second entry point. Might just be daring and add one more to it. All right. If it's going to move in the next 10 minutes, it's going to move quick. If it doesn't move quick, I'm just going to go bury my head in my pillow and cry myself to sleep and go back to bed. I better move. Got to get out of this. This 6068 level, that's a yellow line, you guys that are part of the Rock Scooter crew. We teach that in our courses. So by the way, if you come here on Friday, every single Friday, we give away 3 Elite Trader Funding eval accounts. You guys are in the trader funding programs. Get funded. Pass the evals and get funded. I made it all the way to the end. Beat the final boss. I'm trading live account with them. So I have a real money account with them. See, the 6068 is just not easily picking up momentum. It's a tough one. Our yellow line is really strong. It's a very strong pivot. It's extremely strong. You see right here? It's trying to fight. But it's also a launch point. If it does survive, which it is doing, it's a launch point. So I added to the position. Breaking 3 times is rare, is like the rarest of the rare. If it breaks 3 times, like I said, I'm gonna cry. You guys want to watch a grown man cry? Vix battle at 19, yeah, but Vix also has got pretty much nowhere to go, but down to bull zone 18. Vix can completely collapse it. That'd be lovely. This breaks the second time. I'm done. This was a tricky day. Go. 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 All my positions go. Don't break my heart. Trade. If we get a 30-point rip on the S&P, ooh, that's a 20K day today. The positions I'm in. Come on, let's go. Let's read it. We'll check everything. Remember, guys, every single morning, greater market. Let's touch base on that. Greater market. ED greater than half. Check. 5 of MHP. Check. Monthly map. The caution on this one. The next 2 days, we are trading in bear monthly map. For 2 days. But overall, over time, the monthly map is bullish still. So that bearish monthly map is probably what we're going to be selling. So essentially, SPY's in a bear zone as of tomorrow and the next day. So still pretty good. Greater market. Decent. Yellow line is always a very, very, very strong pivot. It's one of the strongest pivots that we do have. That margin buffer limit is no lie. It's actually something most of you have never heard of. It's an exploit. You have to be an expert in the CME group like I am. It's one of their things, and we exploit every single thing that all these exchanges do for actual trade ideas. So essentially, this is one of CME's own Globex protocols that we turn into a pivot. 6068 is a huge pivot. And that guy right there That's why that was that. Precedent to fill the gap. That's good. If I were normally trading on just resilience, I'd fill the gap and trim. But we are getting a BLU as long as the open is support, which means we got to break through here and get support. So this is BLU leg 1B. 1A is if we hit the open and support at the open, it's 30 points. It's a rip. So this is the hardest trade to think of because a lot of times reclaiming the open and going requires a significant amount of momentum. So 1A, we need to see this break here. Boom, and support. It's going to be another hard fight. I can look and see that more stocks are filling their gap this way. More stocks are in a gap and go state, which is good. That's what this wide line is, a gap fill predictor for the index. The best indicator you can add to your toolkit from Rocket Scooter, this guy right here. This right here is why I wasn't sweating right there. You guys see how that was pulling back here? And I was like, it's okay. Res is greater than 0. Popped right back up to fill the gap. I'm telling you. Y'all love it while it lasts. One of these days, some hedge fund's going to be knocking on my door, buying out my company so they can take your indicators for themselves. Until then, daddy ain't selling. So 60.68 again is a fight. We're still here now. Nasdaq breaking the highs for the day too, pushing 525 and a little bit extra. Technically speaking, I have no indicators right now telling me the market's going to pull back. Nothing is telling me that. It's just not picking up momentum. That's the problem. That is the actual problem. So nothing is telling me it's going to sell off. It's fighting this thing right here. And this is a big problem. Fill the gap, retest here. We're going to watch this. If it breaks, like I said, it breaks the second time, I'm just too confused. I'm going to call it a day. That's good. Let's see the volume. Support volume on the short squeeze, which is good. The S&P is still squeezing. You can't argue with that. How long will it take to finish my course? Our course is only 20 days long. It's 20 sessions. So, how long will it take for you to start trading profitably? That's the thing. I can't tell you because I don't know. I don't know you. I don't like to guess that about people either. When it comes to people I've worked with over the years, and if you guys want to know something about what Rocket Scooter does, by the way, let me give you a little piece here to go check it out. So this is my website. You can go read the reviews from what people have said about what it is we do here. I'm just gonna tell you, it's pretty special. There's a reason we're kind of going like mini viral here. We have something special. Something new. I'm telling you, stop fighting 68. Get. I just hate this so much. It's physically making me sad that it's not picking up momentum here. Go. You go to our site. You can read what people have said about it. I mean, these are all actual customers and what they bought. I mean, this is so each one of these people has their own journey, their own tale. You can go read what they have. Some people poured out, like, you know, some really good experiences there. So it took me many years to be trading consistently myself. It's a journey in what you're good at. And I was talking to somebody this morning who was interested in learning about trading. I had kind of similar conversation. There's no way you can tell who's going to be a good trader. And in the years of doing this, I'll tell you, I kind of know the telltale sign of who's going to be good. I could talk to you in about 10 minutes and not even talk about trading. And just 10 minutes of knowing your personality. And a lot of times I can tell if you're going to be a good trader. Anybody can be trained to do this. Not everybody can handle themselves correctly while doing this. It's like, example that might be relevant is imagine that you're going to join the military and you were a crack shot. I mean, you can shoot all day long and just hit your target. I mean, you're great with a rifle, right? There's a difference between you shooting targets all day or you hunting all day and you trying to do it while someone's shooting at you back. The idea being that there's a certain amount of mental fortitude that you must possess to be a great soldier that is different than being a great shot. Law enforcement the same way. There's a mental thing that you're either born with or you're not. It's not really something that easily can be taught to you. Nobody can train you on you except for you. I guess that's the way I'm trying to say it. So the idea is, when can you become profitable? It takes years, if not decades, if not never, of you training yourself mentally. How do you handle when the stuff goes against you? How do you handle your confidence changing? How do you handle fear and greed? How do you avoid having that itch to trade? Like things like that. Yo, Diego, see you later, bud. Gus the trader. You got a sweet order flow indicator that signals aggressive HFT firms seeking offers for longs and aggressive short trade. So we're about to open up, I mean, we've been building this for a while, the ability for people to code indicators on our platform and sell them in our marketplace. So Gus, when we do that, I want you to stay in touch because you can be one of the first vendors. So people can sell add-ons to Rocket Scooter. And that's one thing that we are going to be doing this year. This is a 2025 goal. Wait, Lil Zoxy says another guru. You've not been paying attention to Wall Street. You really haven't been paying. You're new here, aren't you? I'm looking for a 20K day today. But yeah, so when I had the conversation with my friend, it was like, basically, what makes a good... I've had people come through our ranks that were a good trader, and you would never be able to tell. At first, I thought, oh, this person's a computer scientist or a programmer. Yeah, they're going to be great. They're good with numbers, you know. But I've had one of my most successful people that have come through the ranks. She's a mother of 3. She was a stay-at-home mom. Crushes it. Absolutely crushes it. I mean, the idea is that there's no skill set you can practice for. Maybe being a mom is a skill set because you're learning to multitask and manage risk and probably manage the household and manage the finances. I mean, those are skills of a trader, I guess. But at the end of the day, it's not like just because you have a PhD in math, you're going to come here and crush in the market. As a matter of fact, I have an engineering degree. I graduated cum laude with honors. I was 3rd in my class. I have a perfect SAT math score, and I fucking sucked at trading for 3-4 years. Like, absolutely was god-awful, atrocious. It took me a long time to really... Because, like, the mentality... I didn't have that mental game that I keep talking about. I wasn't equipped with it. I was cocky. I was smarter than everybody I knew. I was smarter than everyone I ever came across. And I was thinking I was smarter than Wall Street. I walk in, and I'm like, these guys sound like a bunch of knuckleheads. How are they making money? I was like, oh, I'm going to dominate these people. These people sound like idiots. And I was the idiot, right? I didn't know anything. And the skill of a trader has nothing to do with your pedigree or how smart you are or anything like that. It has to do with your ability to manage risk, how to see value in something, how to manage emotions under fire, how to have consistency in your application of something. I mean, you can't have like In trading, most people lose their consistency in their own application because their emotions force them to behave differently when they should be doing a certain thing rigidly. It has to be like, I know I feel scared, but I got to still, hit the target. And that's kind of why I always use the military as an example. I mean, there's one thing if you can shoot a target, but it's another thing if your hand's shaking, you can't even fucking hold a gun. It's like the idea becomes, how can you handle yourself with a wildly swinging emotional? And the one thing that everyone has in common that I've met that's successful is they don't feel anything anymore when they trade. That's it. They don't feel anything. They don't feel scared. They don't feel nervous. They don't feel happy when they win. That's the other thing. They don't feel happy when they win. You guys have seen me so many $10,000 days in the last couple of weeks. Do you see me like, guys, I'm so fucking great. Look at the, I don't even care, right? I don't even act. I'm not even happy about it. It's just another work day for me. And that when you're at that level of mastery with what you've done, you don't feel anything anymore. It's just numbers. It's like you've completely detached that side of it. And that's the thing that hurts people the most, is the emotional part, right? So when somebody says how long it can take to be profitable, you could be profitable in a week. You can be profitable never. I mean, it's that big of a range. That's like the hardest part. And I always tell people, a trading guru is going to tell you, oh, bro, I can totally like, I can make you profitable, right? They'll say that all the time. You know what I tell you? I don't know you. Anybody that tells you they can do something for you and they don't know you, there's your red flag. Right? Makes sense. Like, I can teach you how to pick targets. I can teach you why this is an important target. I can teach you why I bought here, why I didn't sell here, why I made sure I had a smaller position here, why I'm still worried that this is not going to pick up momentum here. I can teach you all of that. But what I can't teach you is how to not pee your pants when your shit turns red. Right? I can't teach you on how to not celebrate overly when you win, like to feel elated, right? These are feelings is like the real skill set of a trader. And risk management is basically a big part of it is just feelings management. Like how do you behave, right? And so that's kind of that problem. Now, on average, people that have come through here I've had people that have said within weeks their application has just night and day difference changed, but that doesn't imply that it will happen for you. Some people come through here and then they go, I don't like it. It's not working for me. I got to go. And that's just trading. And so we take the stance of it just wouldn't be ethically appropriate for me to make a promise to anybody. We're very real about it. And I always tell you, chances are most of you guys are not going to make it. But what luck you do, or what is working to your favor, is not the odds of failure being your likely goal or your likely end game is failing at this. That the good thing that you should focus on is that it's random. There's no thing that you're not possessing that's like, if you come here and go, oh man, I don't think I can do this because these guys have 20 years of experience and this guy works for this hedge fund and whatever. The best part is those things don't matter. The best part about trading is like skateboarding or music. Is like when you pick up the skateboard, you can just have magic ability to balance, and you have that hand-eye coordination that you need, and you didn't know it until you touched it. Trading is kind of like that. You can be a master in disguise, and it doesn't take any kind of prerequisites to do it. You're born. I tell people you're born with it, and so chances are you have a higher probability of just being the person that was born with it rather than the failure. So the failure rate is just because most people aren't born with it. It requires a certain level of brain wiring that you may have, but that's a you thing. Trading skill, like skill set, or like understanding where supply and demand is, buying, selling, that stuff can all be taught. So right now, how do I feel right now? I don't feel excited. I don't feel like worried. I just feel probably neutral. When I tell people like I'm worried or I don't like this, it's not because I'm scared. It's because the odds, my head is just calculating like odds in my favor, not my favor. Right now, the odds are very, very highly in my favor. Let's add up the pieces. When that number is greater than 0, the S&P wants to move from that side of the box to that side of the box. Check. Exactly like I expected. Okay. When this number is greater than half, I'll put all the conditions on here. When this number is greater than half, this will move to this little halfway point here. That's what I drew there. I'm very confident that this is not going to sell off. All the indicators are good. S&P is good. NASDAQ is good. The stocks in the S&P are good. Everything is looking okay. Something weird would have to happen for the market to just turn around and go the other way. And on this particular setup where it says BLU, if you support at the open here, this picks up momentum. So that's what I'm betting on, right? What you'll see is that when I'm usually like my confidence is lower, I'll scale down. My confidence is higher. I'll hold on. That's a great question, though. So somebody says women have more patience, moms have more patience. Women are technically better traders. I'm not going to lie. In my experience, I do believe when I would say for the amount of sheer people, it's been like no correlation, like men or women aren't better, but the women who are better are much better at it than the guys that are good at it. So it's like when you look at the masters of it, kind of like why like, so like basically like the ladies I know that are good at it and the guys I know that are good at it, the ladies would like completely crush the guys. And there's something about the female mental capacity that far surpasses men. I think as men have like frail egos, men can't handle emotional stress that well. Again, this is not like a gender. Don't fucking cancel me, you woke people here by talking about this. But man, I'm a dog of my fellow guys. We're kind of like weak creatures. We're not strong up here. When I fall and scrape my knee as a kid, my dad tells me, quit being a pussy, like walk it off. You know, you're not taught to deal with emotions. Emotions are kind of taught generally to men is like, quit being a pussy, you know? So men aren't good. Men's egos are usually too strong. Oh, women have egos too. Let's not get you wrong there, but the male ego is what gets in the way of the male trader. These are facts. Trading requires humility, very lacking in YouTube traders. Humility is something that's also lacking in younger people too. You have to learn to be humble and be humbled. Ego is like, I can't lose. No, I can't lose. I'm fucking great. I can't lose. And then all of a sudden you're losing. And you don't know what to do with yourself. And so getting over that is like the hardest part. Maybe she's born with it. Maybe it's Maybelline. Ladies have better temperament. They do. I think like emotional, they're like ladies are built for managing and understanding high emotional, what they call it, EQ. Understanding of emotional states and changing emotional states. It's like okay to have emotions. And you a lady. Boys are kind of taught to ignore emotions, so we don't have a lot of practice with them. So you get a lot of practice with them when you go trading, that's for sure. Trading won't fuck you up if you're a cocky dude like I was. It'll be easy. Gotta crank one out pre-market to think clearly. Yeah, like exactly. Yeah, you guys know the meme. Guys gotta knock one out before a date or for whatever because you're too nervous because you can't handle it. Humility, patience, discipline, and not oversizing and overtrading. Yeah, those are like basically the skills. Most men try to hit home runs while women try to get on base. Why most men fail at trading. I think like the way that I see it, and the major difference is that the girls I know that are good at this are very good at doing multiple things at once, but managing, like basically able to switch tasks very quickly. And like, oh, this risk is bad, but this risk is good. Okay, but this is good. It's like that ability to move so graciously and like efficiently through different states of emotions is like, it's a comfort thing. And guys, like, the minute we have to shift, it's like we get all freaked out. Like, we don't know what to do. Marie, she says, men can take more risk to take down the mammoths. Yeah, I kind of like that saying. You're willing, men are willing to die for the herd. So you're going to go all in. That's true. Your appetite for risk is very, very high when you're fueled with testosterone and that kind of like ego. Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. Well, boys, pack it up because the girls are better. I don't know. We're not picking up momentum at this open price. I definitely want to see it. We have a little bit of a pullback in resilience. It's still fighting. It's not less than 0 yet. But because it is where it is, I kind of do want to just trim a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to trim just a teeny little bit. It's not getting much power from here. I need to be careful because resilience has now dropped a little bit, so some of the stocks are pulling back. And we're not getting a lot of oomph from here. And it's sitting too close to 0 that I am actually very uncomfortable with it. So I think, I know I'm going to sound like a little wuss here, but I think I'm going to close out. Let it develop a little bit more if I do anything else. Let me close. All right. It is still strong enough for the market to move, but the third test of the open and not picking up the momentum that I want, I'm going to go ahead and take the profit and call it. I'm going to wait for this to develop a little bit more. Resilience is still greater than 0, so this is likely to bounce, but it's okay. I'm not going to miss out on 30 points, right? Trust me, I'm not going to miss out on that. It's pivoting 60, 68 very hard. Resilience is still positive, and if we get back up here with any kind of momentum, I am long for the day. But I'm going to go ahead and sit out on this, and I don't know what it is. I'm getting some kind of like icky feeling here. I can't explain it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Tangaloosh says, good. Tangaloo. Good spot to short for the day. I personally am not going to short for the day, but it's just like, you see how it's lacking the momentum to keep pushing. For whatever it is, I think it's a day that I'm going to stay away from here. Third hedge pressure break attempt is not the best sport. I might not get my 20K day, but I'll get my $300 day. Whatever I made, $400, whatever it was. But I'll tell you, over the years, whenever I got started doing this, my first mistake was I didn't have a good system, right? I was just trying to figure out. People were using all kind of stuff whenever I first got started. Technical analysis was very popular. You know, Thinkorswim was a deal. So I started in 2010. I've been trading for about 15 years now. I went full time and quit my engineering stuff. Went full time right around 2015. And this is for the age of TikTok, the age of Instagram. I was one of the first YouTube streamers, period. Back in the day, there was like 3 or 4 people that streamed trading. It was like Jason Bond, you remember that guy? Ross Cameron, remember that guy? Me and Trades by Matt. That was and Pat Weiland. That was basically it. We were like the OGs on YouTube. We got started back in the day, and we've all been around for a while. Now in the world of like TikTok and Instagram and whatever, there's so many mega influencers trying to do this. They come and go. I've seen people just come and go. I know hedge pressure is a long entry point, but I don't. Resilience needs to be negative for me to be like not wanting to be in this trade. But if we support it open again, I'm not going to miss out on it. I'm going to get back in. But basically, it took me a while to get like really good at wanting to like gamble doing this for a living. It's a pretty good move here. Okay. I do get that good confirmation. Resilience is still looking pretty good. Whatever. Fuck it, let's go. Back in. Gas on it feels like it's nonsense, doesn't it? Close everything back down, and then we get an uptick in resilience, and I feel pretty good again. Rich, yeah. When I met Rich, I was trading oil. That's when I was before I discovered how S&P and Nasdaq was like much easier to trade. Much easier. Mechanically, not like trading's easy, but like mechanically easier. Oil's it. Commodities have too many catalysts, too many like single off putting catalysts to just like kick things around. Oil's crazy. Oil, it's like oil tanker breaks down in the Gulf of Mexico. Oil prices rally, right? This country shot missiles at that country. Oil goes like this. Oh, but they worked it out. Oil goes like that. It's like, and it all happens when you're sleeping too. It's all in the Middle East or Russia. So like the oil catalyst kept you up 24/7. It was every small thing. At the iDoc delivery system here. What's up? Oh. Spam Musubis. Oh, all right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Snap. Look at this, guys. Ooh. Looking good. Looking good. Thank you. All right. Zoom, let's go to YouTube. You guys know the drill. What a boring day today. So, guys, if you are looking to get into a trader funding program with Elite Trader Funding, we have a link. We have a discount code as well. But if you use our link, every $250 that you spend with them, it enters you guys to a drawing. We take the money that we make from our cut of the sales and turn it back into prizes and give it to you guys. So we're going to do drawings starting at the first of the year. Once we hit a certain number of people that hit that threshold, we're going to start doing drawings. So, dude, super good. I don't know where they got these from, but they ordered some. Oh, that's good. Got a friend staying with us for a couple days, and they've been ordering all kinds of delicious food from DoorDash. Super excited. It's a very confusing day. Very confusing day. Did you guys experience any disconnects today? I have some new backend patches that went in. I'm about to ask you guys. I didn't experience any disconnects today, which is lovely. All good, right? Okay, good. I use Edge. No, the problem is not with it's not with the browser. It's something about our server configuration. It's like how we built the platform on top of what we started with. You guys remember the old app used to not even be a platform. You just had an app, right? And the app would give you like your zones and your hedge pressures would be written there and your resilience is right here. And this app was designed a certain way. And then we basically built the platform on top of that app's configuration. We modified the back end to handle a platform. And the problem is we didn't do it as robustly as we should have to support the expansion that we have. We grew so fast. that our design wasn't designed well for scaling. No disconnects? Okay, good, good, good. Put this in the fridge. Can I eat this later? How much equity did you have to build before you decided to go full-time trading? Typically, you want to have, now for me, it was a little bit over 100K, like for my trading account. And I had savings and things like that, like on the side. But to me, it was like, I'm going to commit a certain amount of money to trading that I'm okay with losing all of it and I can still pay the bills. Like the decision is, I tell people, is you want to have at least 6 months to a year worth of bills, money saved up over here that you do not touch, that you do not sweat about. So if you're doing this, you're not telling yourself, okay, I got to make money today because crap, mortgages due, right? So the idea is that for people getting started, you don't need 100K or any kind of amount. You need to have enough money to pay your bills for at least 6 months, a year very comfortably, but at least 6 months. And then you need to have a second source of income to funnel into your trading account. Back in the day, that was hard to do. You had to basically have a job or some kind of like a family member or something helping you out by giving you money when you blow up. Nowadays, trader funding programs are your second source of income. So the universe has bestowed all you newbie traders with such a fucking blessing. I wish I would have had when I got started. Imagine taking 10K, throwing it to a trading account and busting the whole thing. And then in your situation, going to your friend or your mom or your spouse and be like, hey, can I have another 10K? Just keep going. But you know what you do now? You have your 10K, you blow it up, you go to Elite Trader Funding, you trade yourself back up 10K, and then there's your reward, and then there's your trading money. You have a way to have a second source of income by trading with trader funding programs. They give it to you. So essentially, all the tools to become a full-time trader are available. It's so much easier in this day and age. You guys are lucky. Oh, you're so lucky. So when it comes down to it, you don't really need much. You need to have your bills put aside, and then for a trading account, you can make a living off of a $5,000 account. I know a ton of people that do that. Yeah, one of my best friends in my city has $5,000 in an account. Once he makes 10K, he takes that money out, puts it over here in the savings, and then starts over with 5. With 5K in futures, you have enough to buy a couple of micros every day. If you take $5,000 and draw down or a couple of minis, on a couple of minis, you're absolutely an idiot. You should never take that much drawdown. So he's smart enough to know it. He goes up and down, you know, 1,000 or less a day. As soon as he doubles the count, he takes what he made, takes it out, and starts back over. He busts the 5K. Well, he's made 5K so many times, he just puts it back in. So he's gradually grown himself a significant amount of money just by that. And he's not even full-time. He does this part-time. That's why he doesn't do it with much. But for him, your strategy, you don't actually need any more than 5 or 10K to make a full-time living on trading. Like your bankroll doesn't need to be any bigger than that at all. But you need to have, but the little, I guess, like asterisk there is you must have enough money on the side to pay for your bills, your living expenses, to not need your trading money to do that. You need your trading money. Like me, all the money I make trading, you know what I do with it? Nothing. Nothing. It doesn't buy me anything. It's just growing over here in a pot. I don't need it for anything. If I lose it, I don't cry. If I make it, I don't celebrate. I'm not like, oh, hell yeah, I had a big week. I'm going to buy a Lambo. If I want a Lambo, I'll go buy a Lambo tomorrow. With the money I make doing everything else. I don't spoil pickle with it, nothing. Like, to me, to me, like a trading bankroll is not, like, I'm so detached from it emotionally. I don't need the money. I don't act like I need the money. So that's like where you want to be. So if you're trying to like, so before I was full time, I was still working as an engineer. I was a consultant. So I'd work like, contract jobs, or not consultant, a contract consultant. I did like basically not full-time work, but I'd work for like 3 months on a project, 6 months on a project, 3 months off, 6 months off. Like it was kind of like that. And I was finding time to trade in between that when I got started. But as long as you have your bill money put aside, that's all you need to do. And a bankroll, 5 or 10K is enough to throw at S&P futures to make 5 or 10K a week. Or lose 5 or 10K a week. But you keep yourself in that realm, you're basically playing with a couple $1,000s a day, give or take. And it doesn't take a lot because of leverage to do that. But you also have to have a lot of control. My buddy has a lot of control. So I tell people, you know, when you're getting started, don't go in there and put 50K, 100K into a trading account like I did. Don't do that. You don't need it. You don't need a lot of money to be a full-time trader. You just need to be really good. You need to have a lot of money outside of trading to pay your bills so that you don't have the urge to trade to get bills paid. Like, oh my God, I'm behind on my rent. I need to make a trade today. And you look at this and say, okay, I guess I'll long it. Right? That's terrible trading. So like your desire to need money drew you into making a trade, not the probabilities of the trade itself. So when you don't need money to trade, like me, you see a lot of times I'm like, all right, guys, I'll see you later. I'm going to sit out. Day's over. I don't sit here and be like, oh crap, I got to make money. I'm like, it doesn't look good. Bye. I'm out. And that's kind of, you want to have enough on the sidelines where you have that mentality. That's the key mentality right there. You're in no hurry to make money. You're in no hurry to trade. That's basically it. Target for SPY. Oh, 608. If it picks up momentum on the bull long up, I'm looking at upper DD band. And we'll see. Yeah, I just live within my means, man. That's it. I mean, I have a nice car. I have a nice house. I have all nice stuff. Nice vacations. Pop bottles at the club. You know, we do the fun stuff. Not all the time, but like if I need to buy something big, I'll buy something big. But to me, like a lot of people, trading is all fueled by what I like to call trader porn. It's a lifestyle thing that the gurus will sell you on as a means to an end. That's not real. It's a fantasy. And trust me when I say the people out there crushing it as traders, for real, not being paid as like marketers or something, are not flashy with their money. They're smart with it. I'm looking for DD band taps if we pick up the momentum. For some reason, the momentum is just not here today. Every once in a while, it's you know, we pressed highs a little bit ago at 60.75. It's picking up, which is good, but it is just so weirdly sitting here at this open price. It is not picking up any steam. And resilience is getting better, which is good. It's like the S&P is just waiting for its stocks to sell off to take a dive. But with everything looking good, I still got to stay on the long side of the trade. I can't speculate. I got to follow the tools. And the tools are showing me that it's looking pretty good. It might take a little bit to pick up momentum. But we'll see. On the monthly map, it's in a weird situation too. You see this? Look. On the monthly map, we've got 608 is bear resistance. So just FYI, right now in monthly map, we are trading in bear zone, and there's a bear zone developing. Do you guys see that? So that is really, I think, where the resistance is coming from. The S&P is exhibiting somewhat of a new growing topping pattern here. Even though the bull side is stronger and the bear side is weaker, look at this. We have bear resistances building right up here at 608. So any upside today, 608 is about 30 points higher. So upper DD band would be it. But basically, it looks like the market's trying to trade lower. It's not going to sell off, but it might have green day, red day, green day, red day. Like a little bit of a smaller pullback in the greater bull market. I just don't think we sell off today, though. I think today's pretty good. I think the market's going to try to flush one more time. And then we'll realize that, at least for today, there's probably a short squeeze going on. And then it'll hold. My exit, just my all-out exit is if we break this today. I'm done for day. We're good. We need to be confirmed here. And Trisha hold is all I want to be long on. And it's just going to set it till the end of the day. Careful on resilience here. It would just be really nice to get some momentum today. We supported yellow line, which is good. I'm going to add on this tip. So I'm right at my entry point. Whatever, fuck it. We'll gamble on this one. My eyes are here. If this number stays positive. I want this to be at least like 10 or greater. Like, you know, put some buffer on this one. Let's find what stock it is that's not... What stock is right on the edge is making a move like that? It's both S&P and NASDAQ, so it's got to be... Let's find out what stock is like really kind of moving the market today. There's something on the edge. Let's see the liquidity map. Let's pop all of them. And let's take a look at which one it is. We'll do half gap distance. Who is the problem child today? Nvidia. That's it. Here it is. Ooh, that is something else. Okay. That's unusual. Wow. Okay, that's that's where it's coming from. So Nvidia is basically now solely responsible for the momentum this morning, or any lack of selling today. So we need to watch Nvidia at half gap. So really, this right here is going to be a very sensitive. You can actually watch resilience be very sensitive to Nvidia's moving just through that one little box, right? So the reason we haven't been picking up any momentum today is because the Nvidia has been selling off since 15 minutes after market open. While the S&P has been trying to go up, it's just so much market cap that its selling has been the lack of momentum to the upside. So you guys want to see this right here, right? You can see how sensitive resilience is to price action just at half gap. If Nvidia supports here and starts to go, there's the momentum that we're going to get. If Nvidia fails this, the S&P is just going to like hang tight, not do much. So this number right here is going to pop if Nvidia just gets right above that dash line right there. So yeah, so the rest of the market should be doing good. We pull up the spider sectors, they should be looking all right. Nvidia is just so powerful, pulling things down. And as I guessed correctly, the sectors are doing pretty all right. Nothing's crashing, nothing's looking too crazy. Some heavy S&P stuff, materials and utilities are selling pretty hard today. Real estate's selling pretty hard today. Tech kind of flat because Nvidia's kind of balancing off all the good ones. Energy, so you know, it's kind of like a mixed bag today. Nothing's looking terrible. We just got to gamble on Nvidia doing well. And Nvidia's not at a spot right here where it looks like there's any kind of support. What do I do? What do I do, guys? What do y'all think? The problem with this setup is that in an illiquidity pocket, Nvidia could collapse today. Apple also. See if Apple can give us some steam here. Apple on hedge pressure break. Apple's like in the same boat too. Jeez. Okay. Let's keep an eyeball on Apple and Nvidia today. Well, that would be why. Nice, clean, bullish. S&P doesn't want to be bullish if the two... Russell's been clean today, right? If the two big hitting momentum stocks aren't picking anything up. Patience, yep. If they do pick up some steam, then we're good. We're golden. If Apple and Nvidia pick up steam, we're good. So look at this. Apple has been below half gap, which was enough to prevent the S&P's resilience from moving pretty quickly. See the two really good spikes we had because Apple's above it. So today we need to see Apple reclaim 246.80. We need to see Nvidia reclaim 138.88. Nvidia's selling off even harder right now. Do this, Nvidia. Why you hate me? Guys, hit that like button, by the way. I think you can help me out there. Smash the like button on the stream. Give us some love. About Broadcom? Yeah. It's finding it hedge pressure as well. It's like the stocks are trying to find a way to be bearish. Yep. Trying to find some selling pressure. This with Nvidia is just something else, man. So here on Nvidia today, it's got MHP support. So once Nvidia taps this and bounces, the momentum that I want is going to be there. But a second hedge pressure break is just going to be like a scary thing. This is something else. That's controlled selling though. That's not crash selling. It's very controlled. So let's see what Nvidia does at 137.5. Don't like this. I still trust the S&P resilience is still positive, so the rest of the market's still hanging in there. Nvidia catches a bid, that'll be the momentum that I want to see. Oh, we'll see. Apple also selling with that much. Let's see what we got. Trim that a little bit. Third head twisher break is not good. That's not good at all. So fighting in the same area and then losing 68 is a big deal also. I still trust it. I mean, just need to catch a bid on Nvidia. It's not too far away from here. Not too worried about it. Am I still muted? Sorry. I was saying if you hate today, don't worry, you're not alone. Today's a very weird day. This is a very, 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 very weird trading pattern here. It's not normal. Nvidia is about to catch a bid. So we're going to watch this one. Let me add it to my watch list, by the way. Trying to. Right hedge pressure. Oh, resilience is good. Oh, yeah. Let's see what happens to Nvidia MHP if we get a bounce. All right. Boo. Come on, let's go. Turn around. Let's get some movement here. And the question is, do I want to add to my position in S&P? Because that is the bounce point if there is anything. Res is still good. At the bottom of the box. Fuck it, let's take the risk. Why not? It's gonna be tough. Very tough. See if we get a bid on bid. Come on, baby. Come on, Nvid. Losing 60-68 again is like one of those problems. This is bad if it breaks. Taking a big bet on this one. Waiting for it, yeah. It's not looking good. What a what a dumb day today. This is just so unusual. Come on. Hang in there, baby. Bulls on bottom on NASDAQ. Should I? I already have risk on this one, though. Find the urge. You already did? You took BZV on NASDAQ? Okay, let me get a dip, and I'll tap it. I'm still holding onto the same S&P trade, so God, what a shitty weird day today. Did y'all take it for a scalp? This day, man. Yeah, that's what I'm looking at for NASDAQ. It looks really good. It's like looking extremely good, actually. They're not getting that. I'm gonna do NASDAQ on this one. What a weird day. I probably should have tapped it. This much selling, I'm pretty much guaranteed to see some lower low, so I'm gonna let it. I'm not gonna chase it. If I miss out on it, I still got my S&P, but if it does pull back right in here, I'm gonna hit it one more time. Should have hit now. I should have tapped NASDAQ, to be honest. A little dip. Yeah, I'm gonna wait for confirmation. If not, the S&P, if I ride on the S&P, I'm going to ride on the S&P, which is good. How's my S&P doing? Still down 500. Oh. It is catching a pretty decent bid here. Yeah, with NASDAQ, you can't chase. NASDAQ, you need to hit. You need to hit a target. All right, Simon, see you later, man. Come on, baby. Catch that bid. Let's go. Nvidia right on monthly hedge pressure, which is a good bounce point for Nvidia. I mean, that's the place for it to bounce if it does bounce. Let's let Nasdaq double tap bull zone, and I'll be happy. Here we go. $40.90. Let's do it. Just on one. They've been catching a bid there. Let's just do for a scalp. I want to see Nvid catch its bid. So we're looking at hedge pressure MHP. It's pretty gross right here. Right on the edge too. This is a brutal day, guys. This is not a fun day today. Brutal as shit. Yeah, 45 is like my entry for sure. Like my good entry. Yeah, I'll take it. Come on, baby. Let's go. What a weird day. Well, I'm glad I waited to touch Nasdaq at the bottom. I'm watching Nvidia at MHP for Nasdaq. So it determined today that while the majority of the stocks are doing well, it's just Apple and Nvidia both have really weird looking charts. Both of them, like Nvidia just controlled selling all the way to MHP, right? Apple rally, controlled selling, and Apple has a bit at MHP as well. But since the majority of the stocks are doing great, all your resiliences are positive. It's really just Nvidia yanking the index down. So once Nvidia caught a bid, then I'm just jumping in on Nasdaq. Like that's basically at MHP, right? That's basically it, space. That's the confirmation I'm looking for. 21,500 hold, Nvidia support, balance trade here. Sorry, QQQ, 21.5 is looking for support. From here, as long as Nvidia continues to hold monthly hedge pressure, then we'll continue to pick up the momentum. With the resilience as being positive, the Nasdaq wants to go up and fill a gap. Nasdaq does not want to sell off here. This is a buy point for Nasdaq, which is good. I like it. I like it a lot. Yeah, trying to drop the monopoly case on Nvidia this morning. Yeah. It's a news, right? So you have controlled selling. Well, the question is that enough to pull the whole index down? But the whole index is actually looking pretty good. So sometimes dumb days happen like this. Dumb news. When I say fill its gap, I mean cross its redistribution zone to close the box out. Nvidia, all things good. BLU, we have bull zone bottom. Here to there is a decent trade. It's on the scalp side. The S&P is picking up like no momentum here, though. It's kind of the blah part on this one. So good. Nasdaq is moving. That's good. I'm just looking to fill the gap this way. RDZ. 523.6. Let's go. That's something. That's better than getting punched in the face. Let's go. Just go. Go. Yeah, S&P just sucking ass today. I feel it. It feels good. I have a good feeling. Bulls on bottom. I'm in it. In it to win it. We'll see. Tough day. Tough day. Let's go. Let's pop. Let's run. I'm only hitting Nasdaq something like very small. It is just jumping all over the place. Like, it doesn't feel very bullish today. It doesn't feel, but usually it doesn't feel bullish before it becomes bullish. But like I said, I don't have a really strong feeling about today. That Nvid selling like that, it's like dynamite levels of garbage in this market. Apple doing the same shit. That ruined an otherwise really awesome bull day. Nvidia is looking pretty solid there. How's the rest of the market doing? I also don't like that it's not picking up a lot of steam here either. Yeah. I'm only scalping NQ to keep my S&P alive. Which is the trade I wanted. It will go. Be patient. Be patient. Be patient. Thanks for the coaching. You're right. Dude, S&P just like not moving is like... This is by far one of the weirder trading days we've seen. This news and the behavior of Nvidia and Apple, it's just not clean. I usually expect the market to like move a lot cleaner than it's moving. It's not every day you wake up and you see this in your all-star stocks, right? That's not usual. News coming through on the stocks, you gotta be cognizant of, right? That happens. This is just not usual behavior. So the market's responding poorly. It's an otherwise very strong bullish day that's just getting shit on for some really bad news. All right, we're good on NASDAQ. All right, I trust you guys. You rock scooter kids know what you're talking about. I trust y'all. Be patient, okay? I put something on the table. Dude, it's just like flip-flopping all over the place. Nvidia's having a hard time catching a bid here. That's the problem. It's fighting through it very hard. MHP bounce is extremely weak today. It's not good. Not my favorite. Let's just say that. I've never hated a market so much. I'm not gonna lie. Today is the dumbest day. Literally the dumbest day. All right, let's be dumb. Whatever. Let's hit it. Come on. Nvidia bounce. All or nothing today. That's a strong. Come on. Come on. This I don't like. Okay, I give up. I'm done. I hate this market. I'm just done. I'm done. This is just weird today. This is just, that's too much news. But we're going to get, and the funny thing is they're probably going to get the dip on bull zone and turn around, which is okay. I think on NASDAQ, I'm just kind of done on this. I'm going to hang on to my S&P and just let it do its thing. Come on, baby. I was going to say, I'm going to keep my S&P trade. It's not moving too bad, but NASDAQ is just losing MHP on Nvidia. I'll get back in on the confirmation, though. I still have some bit of faith in the index, but we'll see. By far, if you're hating today, you're not alone. It's the dumbest day. That news on Nvidia, it was pretty bad. It ruined it otherwise. The structure is bullish. Nvidia alone and Apple alone are dragging out this market. Apple just caught a wave, which is good. But this is just one. It's dragging everything down. Resilience is showing that most of the stocks are holding their open. We gapped down or gapped up, and the stocks are holding pretty well. So let's go back to the futures and check it out. This right here. Do I? Should I? Give me a really gross red and I'll tap it right at bull zone again. Why not? This is it, though. If we lose this, then this market's done for the day. And I'm going to go cry for the afternoon. It's a hard day. It's a really, really, really hard day. So if you're struggling, you're not alone. This is a weird. The setup is just weird. I'm out. Fuck this. I'm done. I don't want to play this anymore. I'm going to go cry for the day. It's just a boring shit day. It's not giving the momentum I want. It's not a downtrend day on the index. The index is doing fine. It's just not catching. It's just that Nvidia has nowhere to bounce now. That's the problem. The index, with all things structured good, is going to not. It wants to go. It wants to go. All the other stocks are doing great. Trust me when I say it wants to go. It's just not going. So at any point today, and from where that is, that's the hard point to figure out. Once you close out, it'll rip. Yeah. Look at this. The S&P is gaining strength. It's looking pretty good. It wants to. It wants to move. Come on, market. Signs are good. Things are good. It's trying to move. It's trying to take a bid. I just don't know. I'm kind of fed up with it by now. I don't know if I want to. I don't know if I want to trade it anymore today. No, it looks strong, but the thing is that the Nasdaq, the some of the stocks look weak, but the Nasdaq looks strong. In general, the S&P looks strong in general. It's just not moving. Until Nvidia turns around, until Apple turns around. The index very much is being affected by solely that. Look, your resiliences are both very positive. Both of these stocks, or both of these indices want to be up here. Like NASDAQ wants to be here to catch up with everything else. It will keep being yanked down as long as Nvidia is selling. And the minute Nvidia and Apple are both turned around, it'll catch right back up. But until then, I'm not going to take that bet. I'm just kind of going to sit on the sidelines with this one. We'll let Tim Cook cook. Yeah, I know. Hold up. What is going on here? Somebody here? With delivery. You had to go buy a rug today, so I probably have to get off the stream in about maybe 10-15 minutes. Just not looking good. Flush reversal. Yeah, like S&P bulls on bottom is looking good. Nasdaq is looking good for reversal from here. I mean, that's exactly what we're looking for. I just don't know if I want to take it until I see Nvidia turn around. So I might actually just call this one a day. Sometimes you get this. And that's kind of the problem with your indices. Your one or two of your big stocks will make that happen. All right, we gotta go do house stuff. I'm kind of done with this market. I love you guys. I told you, for me, I don't feel like it's catching the bid that I want to catch, so I'm gonna call it. That was IDOT calling me. We have to go in a second, so we're gonna head out. We got a lot of stuff we got to buy today. Paint, rugs. Decided to get out here. S&P just not moving. I'm still waiting for bull zone bounce. Not touching that one, so I'm still good on this one. Still down just a little bit, but I still have faith in it for the rest of the day, but we'll see. Nothing yet. But we got to run. So catch us tomorrow. We'll be back. Zoom call today at 3:30. So I got to run. I got to get out of here. But good luck today, guys. This was a really weird day. That Nvidia news just crushed today's market. I hate it. Not a big fan of it. So, you know what? Sometimes you don't like it. Just let it go. I've had a killer last couple of weeks. It's been great. But you know what? Take a loss. Let it go. We'll see y'all tomorrow. We're going to be moving on Friday. So, and Thursday, I'm not going to be streaming because I'll be closing on the house. So, tonight, we'll do a Zoom call in the afternoon. Tomorrow morning, do a Zoom call. Tomorrow afternoon, do a Zoom call as well. Thursday afternoon, do a Zoom call, but no stream Thursday morning. And maybe a stream Friday morning. I'm going to try to get like one final stream in where the movers come down. I'm going to tear down my office right after that. So, we'll see y'all tomorrow. Sorry, today was kind of less exciting than other days, but hey, market is a market, right? We'll let it do its